We are live.
Okay.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the NoReset Speedrun Marathon, benefiting the Bail Project. If you guys are unfamiliar, the Bail Project is a non-profit organization designed to combat mass incarceration by disrupting the money bail system, one person at a time. Please do your part in supporting this current movement of Black Lives Matter and supporting all of those protesters who are wrongly arrested by supporting this cause and help them. We have another run of Resident Evil, this time by WitchRain. She'll be running Jill, and accompanied by Clicks Gaming, a legend in the Resident Evil 1 speedrunning community.
Hello.
Hello.
Okay, so can start anytime.
Yeah, we're ready when you are.
Okay. All right, ready, Clicks?
Ready.
All right, let's do it.
So I'm ready for the timer on your account.
Yep.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, go.
What a mansion!
I wasn't ready for that. All right.
Where's Chris?
So this is RA1, which you guys just saw, Shido run. So he did Chris 100%, or as we like to call it in this game, good ending. This will be Jill any percent, knife only, or bad ending, knife only. Jill's scenario, it starts out a little bit slow. She has a lot more cutscenes. Chris is pretty free to go from the get-go. He has a couple, and then he's pretty smooth sailing after that. We're going to have a lot of conversations, so this Jill categories start a little bit slower before they pick up. But then it gets interesting. So knife only, she's going to have to do a lot of the boss fights the same way, or almost the same way as Shido did in his knife only, or as Chris runs, since they're almost they're almost knife only anyway.
Can I ask, what made you guys decide to do knife only for this event on both runs?
Knife only to me is just a lot more interesting. Like bazooka, it's an easy run, you know. It just gets boring after a while.
Let me take care of this.
Yeah, there's actually a lot of competition going on right now in the knife categories as well. So
Yes.
I'd say it's pretty relevant.
Kenneth was killed
Her and
too.
Shido especially.
Maybe by this
I think
creature.
Rack has been running some
Anyway,
of
let's report this to Wesker.
Yeah, a lot of knife only runs going on lately, so it's nice to see.
Yeah, and even the knife runs, like they're not too bad
Help me look for it,
compared to
Jill.
some Resident Evil
Don't
games.
leave this hall for the time being.
Yeah, it doesn't change a whole lot except for boss fights, because they have to be done completely differently.
Find anything,
Yes.
Jill?
It doesn't change a whole lot else because we dodge 99% of the enemies in the game.
Out at all.
There are a couple straggler zombies where we do take out the bazooka. Could be a little bit different with the knife. We'll either do a knife cancel, or in
Let's search for him
one
separately.
particular
I'll
case,
check the dining room again.
take an intentional bite.
Okay. I'll try the door on the opposite
But
side.
it does add
This mansion
extra
is
risk,
gigantic.
so it's definitely more of a dangerous category.
Yeah,
We should
definitely.
start from the first floor,
So
okay?
with Jill right here, I just
Jill,
did what we call the
here's a
transition.
line.
You don't do that with Chris.
It might be handy if
But
you
Barry
use
wants you
the
to
master
look
Take it with you.
for Wesker, and all you have to do is just go past that
Thanks. Maybe I'll need it.
like arch right there, and then just come back. And I'm gonna try to do that like as fast as possible.
Let's meet up in this hall.
That's the closest trigger to engage the cutscene.
Yeah.
This time I'll be there.
It's
That
actually-
is very reminiscent of like growing up and like your parents tell you to go look for something in another room. You kind of just like go until they can't see you. Like, oh, I looked.
Yeah, it's not there, Mom. She walks in 2 seconds later. Yeah, it is. You didn't even look.
As they suggested before, we're gonna have a decent amount of cutscenes with Barry and Jill. So that means a lot of time for donations. So if you guys can have those coming in on the regular, that would be amazing. And speaking of, we have 2 donations. One from G-Virus, $8.62, and says, fix the counter. We have a $10 donation from our very own Cheeto. It says, a promise is a promise. Best of luck, WitchRain. Keep up the great work, everybody. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Once again, great run.
Thank you, Sheeta. Thanks, guys.
By the way, I didn't want to interrupt you guys, but no Jill sandwich.
What's going on?
That
Any
face.
clues?
Yep.
No,
That face.
but something.
Muscle memory took over.
Whoa.
It's okay.
hall is
There's always
dangerous.
next time.
Maybe it's better to
Yeah,
secure
sadly,
our
that's
escape
not a
route
part
first.
of any
There
speedrun
must
category's
be a
natural
back
route,
door
unfortunately.
Let's
So,
try to
you just
find
never
it
get to see the
first,
sandwich in
shall we?
speedrunning.
Yep, not even in shotgun only.
There's a couple important things that just happened. One, she filled up her inventory. That cuts this cutscene 28 seconds shorter. Otherwise, he would give you the acid rounds. If your inventory's full, there's no room for the acid rounds, so it cancels out that part of the cutscene. And you lose a lot of that time back putting the items away, but you end up coming about 7-8 seconds ahead in the end. And also, this one's hard to explain the intricacies, but basically, you need to guide him out of the way of the statue, so when he goes down, you have a clear path. If he's in the way, you can't push the statue, and then you're in serious trouble.
There's also RNG to him. Like, Shido got a 2/. That's what you want. But sometimes you do get a 3/, which is what I just got.
It can go anywhere from 1 to 4. You can drop in 1/ up to 4. 1 and 4 is rare, 2 and 3 is common. 2 is what you want. So you got a 3 there, I believe?
Yeah, but it was a
Was
good
there-
3/. It was clean.
Was there some pause canceling going on during that? Explain that a bit.
Yes, so every time she swings the knife, attacks, and then opens her menu and closes it, we call it a pause cancel. So what that's doing is when you open your menu and close it, that resets the character, in this case Jill, to neutral position. So that animation is canceled and she's ready to move immediately. But the zombie is still just taking the hit, and his animation isn't canceled. So by canceling that animation, you can run past a zombie during his stun frames after the knife, which is impossible if you don't open your menu and close it.
Now would be a good time for a donation read. Jill playing the piano.
Why you gotta put me on the spot like that, bro?
Oh, you don't have to. You don't have to. You could.
Somebody donate so I can have something to read, please.
We could just listen to Moonlight
The
Sonata.
level best just donated $10.
Oh,
also
what a
a man
guy.
of his word. Just let me open up the page.
Let me get my wallet out here.
Let me get a hammer in my piggy bank, please. Put some coins in the CD drive.
Coin up. Okay. So let's see. We are basically swapping these emblems. It's going to give her access to the key that leads to Yon. She's not going to pick it up yet. It's more optimal to grab it on the way. She's going to grab Blue Chim. She's going to go talk to Richard, which will be a good time for donations here in a minute. And she has to collect a few things coming back way and then return to Richard before she actually does Yon. And we'll explain Yon a little bit more in detail when we get there. But here's another cutscene if you want to read a couple more.
Richard,
notes.
what happened?
I
Chill.
would
This house
love
is
to.
dangerous. There are terrible demons.
Thank you guys.
Ouch!
so
You're wounded.
Thank you, Capcom, for all of the opportunities and cutscenes.
And also poisonous.
Poisonous?
We can listen to the wonderful voice
Richard,
acting of
hold
Richard
on.
instead.
Yes, very
We can talk
well
about
done.
Richard. Ouch!
I should have brought some with me.
No problem. I'll go and get it.
Can we just have
Thanks.
a conversation about Resident Evil voice acting? Like, it's so bad, it's so good.
Yep. It's so bad it's good. Gotta love it.
Are you poisoned? Give me serum.
Epic. You know,
We actually have a $5 donation from Atomic L, yet another donation, I should say.
Nice.
She says, for the sandwich that could have been. Ooh, that sounded personal.
Well, I wasn't sure if I got that trigger.
Eye of the Tiger. Can we cue some Eye of the Tiger here? Ah. Hey, careful, you're gonna get us muted.
Yeah.
That was spot on. It will not be able to tell the difference between the master track and
Oh,
Level's amazing cover.
I pre-turned too much to me.
Yeah, that dodge is a little bit tight. It does take some practice.
I don't.
It actually is as scary as it looks, but with enough practice, you can get it consistent.
Not a bad bank though. Now we have the serum. We can go back to Richard.
Yep, and this is where you'll see. Oh no, she already got the key to Yon, so she's just gonna backtrack to Richard. We're gonna have another cutscene. Surprise, surprise. And then we'll head into Yon. No. Yon is probably the biggest learning curve for new
Here's the
runners,
serum.
because if you get bit, it's pretty much a reset point,
I'll give you a shot now.
as it's about a minute time loss in PC version,
Here's my radio.
even more than that on
You
console.
should keep it.
So the only way to avoid these cutscenes and time loss is to
No! Richard!
avoid the bite, and it takes a lot of practice. There's no RNG to it. It's 100% consistent, but it is some precision running, but not too precise. But it definitely takes some practice.
Well said.
Now I don't think you're gonna witch get bit, but
Don't speak too soon.
good entrance. Good entrance. The entrance you don't have to be so perfect on. The exit is the most important. So she got what we call late bite. He can bite early, he can bite late, or somewhere in between. And the key is knowing when to make your turn toward the door based on when he decides to attack. And that's the most important part of getting the yawn dodged in. This room's... It's, it looks simple. You're just pushing statues. There's actually a lot of precision to it. Minimal pushes. She knows exactly when she can stop pushing to cover the hole. You don't have to cover the entire graphic. So she knows the limits of how far to push those statues to get the result. You don't have to do full pushes, so you can actually save several frames by knowing your limits in that room. This guy, let's see. Okay, no turbo. There's a chance zombies can turbo aggro in this game. If that guy at the bottom of that staircase turbos, the dodge becomes impossible. It's rare RNG, so thankfully that didn't happen. Especially in knife only, you have to worry about health conservation a lot more than any percent.
Do we have time for a donation?
Yes, we do.
Alright, so we have a donation from Totally Not the Host. $10 says, the only yawns you'll see during this is during the boss fights, because the run is so awesome. Also, the host is really cute, probably. Oh wow, thank you, Totally Not the Host, for that amazing donation.
Wow, Level. You couldn't be more obvious about it, could you? We know that was you.
Bro, what?
Oh, this dog's making me nervous.
By the way, I'd like to address that we are currently only 3 runs into the event, and we have raised $825. We're just $175 from 1,000, which is 10% of our goal, and we've barely even begun the event. Keep in mind, this run will be, sorry, not this run, but this event will be going on for 3 days, all throughout the weekend. So please do share with friends and family. Every dollar helps. Thank you so much, guys.
Awesome job, guys. Wow, that's a
great.
great start.
I mean, here's a thought. If everyone tweets at Elon Musk about the event, maybe we'll reach 10K before the end of the run.
Yeah.
Easy.
I kind of botched Quick Crank.
Yeah, so
I fixed it though.
I'll give a brief explanation. She's pretty much just clearing rooms here until she gets to the guardhouse. So when she grabbed that crank with the step ladder, we call it quick crank. So there's a way to save from having to push the step ladder toward the camera and then up to the shelf. You can just push it straight to the shelf. But it requires clipping between the staircase and the wall, and that's very precise. And then you have to quickly get on a very, very precise spot on the ladder to be able to reach the crank.
Okay, we got good RNG there.
Okay, yeah. So that's something Shido had to deal with in his run. Every Chris category has to deal with this. Normally, Jill would have just shot one of those zombies to grab the red book safely. With knife only, you actually have to take the intentional bite, so that damage was intentional. The risk is there's RNG. There's another zombie in that room. If he pushes early, you can get trapped and even stun locked to death in there. So thankfully, she didn't get the bad RNG. So everything went smoothly. But that is one of the more dangerous rooms for any knife-only category. So she's headed to the dreaded box room. It's a very long, slow room. It's another, go figure, great opportunity for donos. But it's a lot more skill to this room than there appears to be. Movement is very precise, and it's extremely difficult to optimize this room, and very easy to lose time. But if you guys have any donations or messages, be a good time.
Oh, thank you. We actually have a $5 donation from Not the Host Again. They say, can confirm the host is cute. Also, Runner is cute as well.
No.
You guys won't believe me, but it wasn't me.
Well, I can confirm host and runner are both very cute.
And commentator.
I guess.
I know, no love for clicks. Can we get a donation showing love for clicks?
Yeah.
Who even...
Sounds like he needs to pick me up.
Who's clicks? I don't understand what you guys are talking about.
I'm sorry, not the commentator.
Right, there you go. That's more like it. Yay, box room's done. So guardhouse, other than the Plant 42 fight, it's pretty straightforward. Not a whole lot of enemies dodging, a lot of room clearing. But the Plant 42 fight is where things will get very interesting. It's 99% RNG. There's a little bit of skill in proper placement. Getting the perfect position only increases your odds of a good fight, but
Not by a whole lot.
yeah, by very little. What Plant 42 decides to do is pretty much out of your control. With bad enough luck, you can die in the fight, but usually you don't.
I'm grabbing that herb for safety. I usually don't pick that up, but I don't want to die.
Yeah, for marathons, it's good to bring an extra heal for Plant 42, because you really don't know how it's going to go.
Once again, coming from somebody who died while running at NoReset, Safety strats are important.
Yes, they are. Alright, she's gonna return her library book, which is overdue. Jillian.
Alright, here we go.
Good luck. Right. Positioning looked
Nice.
good. Plant 42 didn't care. And that's how it goes. So, yeah. Alright, so once he knocks you away, you're probably gonna have a bad fight. Sometimes he'll slide you across the room and then calm down. He's a little bit moody today, so not too bad. There's definitely been worse. You're a little stubborn there at the beginning, but overall, pretty good fight.
Yeah, I've seen a lot worse.
Yeah, this fight can range from anywhere from perfect to
You lose like a minute.
you lose a minute and then you die.
Yeah, and then you
Yeah, it's very rare.
Fortunately about Jill's run is that she only has one phase of Plant 42.
True.
Chris has two.
So Shido had to do this twice, which increases your chances of getting, really messed up by Plant 42. So Jill only has one phase. It helps the odds a lot.
Plant, bro, this is for charity. Come on.
I love how Barry jerks a little bit as he goes to the side. It's so silly looking.
You saved me. That was
He's doing the
close.
sprinkler.
Thanks, Barry.
Don't
Yeah.
mention. What a monster. I can't believe. What the hell is this place anyway?
Alright, so she's going to have a chat with Wesker. So we have about 45 seconds or so of downtime right now. Good time for donations.
Jill,
I feel like
so you're safe.
I probably should ask about this with the
That's
showrunners,
what
but I
I
feel
was
like it's
going
also
to
a good
say.
time for
Where
a
on earth
restroom
have
break.
you been? You disappeared
Yeah.
from the hall all of a sudden.
I'm sorry.
Well, this is
but I have
RE1.
my
so
reasons.
it's like one
Do we just get up
big
and go?
restroom
It
break.
was all I could do to protect
Sure.
myself against those strange creatures.
Are you asking us? We're okay with it.
No, no.
You're safe.
Jill, our first priority is to get out of here.
Jill Bean.
Yes, you're right.
Jill Bean, Jill Bean.
Austin baked Jill
Now, there are a
beans.
lot of rooms in that mansion.
I am gonna
Can't
be
get
grabbing
into
the
because they're
fast.
locked up.
Hey, now that's an
I have
idea,
been looking
Capcom.
around for clues.
You could sell that.
Okay.
I'm probably just
I'll
gonna
go to the
use
other house
this
and see if
herb
I can
too.
find
Just
any clues.
burn it.
Will you do that?
Use the fast.
I'm counting on you.
Bees.
Alright, so she's gonna be headed back to Mansion 1. Yeah, normally you wouldn't be grabbing a heal in here, but for knife only, it's a good idea. It's very risky if you don't. And so next boss coming up is Yawn 2. So the second fight with the snake.
Yeah,
So
you actually have to
knife-
fight him this time.
Yeah, you actually do have to kill him. Now, the knife strat between Chris and Jill are significantly different. What you saw Shido do, you're going to see WitchRain do something completely different in how she fights him with the knife. If you try the same strat between the two characters, you can get it the same. You can get it with Jill using Chris's method, but it has to be absolutely perfect, or it ends up being slower. But I think the optimal Jill strat, which I don't know if that works for Chris or not.
No, the Jill strat does not work for Chris.
Okay. I do believe it's faster than Chris's.
It is. It's faster and more consistent. It's easier.
And it looks really cool. It's complicated. Actually, there's a lot of inputs and intricate positioning and movements that you have to do. And when you put it all together, it looks really good. So I'm just gonna watch and enjoy how this works.
Can I just say how amazing it is to have two just amazing runners from the Resident Evil 1 scene here commenting and running at the same time. Like, Clicks was the top dog for a long time, but now WitchRain as well at the same time?
Thank you.
Jill.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
Clicks still has the world record for the main
Yes,
category
but I can't see very well.
in RE1, but I have the other ones.
I have a rope here.
Man, it's like the only category I run.
Well, then I'll
I should
try
probably
to go
run
down using the
more.
rope.
Wait.
I remember watching Click stream with the timer, and all of his splits would be zeros. Like, not just 0, but 0.0. So, like, if he was losing or gaining time, it wasn't
What's going
not
on?
even tenths of a second,
Now
but
I've done it.
hundredths
Sorry,
of a
Jill.
Yeah.
second.
Very consistent. And yeah, Shido has been just blazing through Chris categories. He actually tied my world record recently, Chris any percent, and he beat my the category he ran today. He beat my world record in that.
Yeah, he's coming like fast. He's making his way up real fast.
Big shout outs again to Shido.
And
It's amazing this. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, okay. I was just gonna say no. We're not waiting for Barry because this is any percent. If it were best ending, we would.
I just wanted to speak just a tiny bit about the Resident Evil community because it's something that I've been a part of. Well, not so much like the last like 3 or 4 years. I'm just now getting back into it. I started with actually NoReset reaching out to me, and I almost run exclusively for marathons. I kind of lost the passion for it casually.
Yeah.
But you know, I came onto the Resident Evil speedrunning scene in 2012, late 2012, when you know there weren't so many Resident Evil partners and like it wasn't as big. People weren't even running Resident Evil 3 at the time when I joined.
Yeah.
So to see it get to the point where someone can start learning the game so easily and like just taking world records, it's shown like the growth of the community and like their ability to communicate and educate one another.
Yeah,
it's really
yeah.
awesome.
That's one of my favorite parts. It's just like optimizing categories with other people. I love doing that. It makes it more fun.
Yeah,
it's nice.
It's a community effort. You know, different people find different tricks. You share it, and everybody adopts it. And everybody that finds something new, even if it saves a tenth of a second, it's one piece to the whole puzzle. And everybody, you know, that's put pieces in, it's, you know, it's one step closer to figuring out the best possible way to run a video game. And this game is extremely optimized at this point. And it's a group effort. Lots and lots of people have to be credited for how we're running this game today, and the other games as well. Any game really. It's amazing. No one person can ever accomplish what an entire community does.
Yeah, for sure.
No matter who you are. So.
Alright, we're coming up on dog memes.
It kind of reminds me like our talk right now. I just recently watched through Avatar: The Last Airbender again. I'm not sure if anyone else has since it's been on Netflix.
Yeah.
But they have talks about how like, you know, we learned from the moon and like how it moved the water, and like the firebenders learned from the dragons. It reminds me of like way back when like a lot of the strategies that were adopted came from like watching archived runs of like the Japanese runners and things like that from like 2004 and things.
Yeah.
So like to see like the new runners come in and like, you know, put their own like flavor to the runs and just improvise, it's really nice to see.
Yeah.
It's funny you say that because you're one of the first YouTube. You were one of the first videos I watched when I was learning. Very first.
That's awesome. That's so awesome.
I came across your how to knife Black Tiger video, and I thought that was
Oh my
awesome.
goodness. Fun fact, not to go in too much into me, but
Oh no.
fun fact about that, I actually made that. I was homeschooled. And I was still a teenager, and I made that like in the middle of class.
Hey, that's a good way to spend class time.
This is what we do during recess.
Yeah.
But yeah, I remember one of my first few streams. I was still in the learning process. I don't even know if I was doing full runs yet. And I specifically remember you and the mixed herb came into my chat, and I was
Man,
I was
remember that game.
starstruck.
So long.
I was starstruck. And you guys are basically like, it's cool, we're just guys, you can like calm down. Okay.
I had my time with Herb as well. I was starstruck. Everyone has those moments.
Yeah, for sure. Jill, I don't know if you noticed that Jill did not have any hunters in the Enrico room. Only Chris does.
Starstruck. Oh my goodness.
Oh boy.
Yeah, so get this guy out of here. No, Drake, stay. Please stay. We need puns. By the way, while things are a little slow, we have a $50 donation from Joey Mack. They say $50 to ending mass incarceration in the U.S. Thank you for supporting this cause. Thank you.
Thank you.
This cause. We're just guys with some free time playing games. It's deeper than that, but I'm trying to be humble. No, but thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Okay, that went pretty well. The only way to do that, you can actually get through the door on the second time she spits acid, but that's...
It's like RNG, I think.
Yeah, we
I
think
think
so. Either that or it's like pixel perfect positioning, which might as well be, because no one's perfect.
Because sometimes her webs, or her spit breaks webs, and sometimes it just doesn't.
Yeah.
It was requested that I read the message again because the boulder was so loud. Sorry about that, guys.
Yeah.
Once again, we have a $50 donation. We Mac says $50 to ending mass incarceration in the U.S. Thank you so much for supporting this cause. Thank you so much, Joey Mac, for supporting it with us. We love to have you.
Thank you so much, man. Very generous donation.
That puts us at $880, by the way. $120 away from $1,000.
Oh my god, can we end this run on 1K? I think we can. I think we can do it.
I think we can do it.
We're almost there.
I know that Jill's fight with Tyrant is a little easier than Chris, if I'm not mistaken. Or is that only within the bad ending?
It's gonna be different. This is gonna be different because it is bad ending. Jill has the same fight.
Oh, okay.
In best ending that you saw Shido do, she has the same fight, but you're not gonna see that one. You're gonna see a different one because it's any %. It's cheesy.
I forgot this was bad ending.
Right. If you compare good ending, the good ending fights, it's actually harder with Jill because she has a lot less health than Chris, and her knife mechanics work a little differently. She doesn't have as wide of a slash, and she also has a little shorter range, so it's actually significantly more difficult with Jill.
Yeah, I'll show it. I have like a save.
Oh, all right, that sounds good. So unfortunately, we were caught up in our emotions, in our feelings earlier on. No, but too much was going on. We talked too much, and we weren't able to hype up the Jill sandwich line. So yo, let's do it. Let's challenge you guys again. We had a challenge during the last run by Shido, where we tried to get 10 donations before the end of the first Tyrant fight. Well, let's have another challenge. If we get $1,000 raised before the end of the run, we'll go back and do the Jill sandwich cutscene. That sounds really nice.
We're only going to be opening B2 here. In Best Ending, you open B3 as well, but we do not need to go in there.
Yeah, B3 is what opens up the orgy room.
Yeah.
And there's a Modisc reader in there, so bad ending, not necessary. Which is good, because that room is extremely dangerous.
Yeah. It's a run killer.
Is it just coincidence that WitchRain skips the umbrella?
I never thought of it that way before.
I never thought about that either.
Yeah, speaking of umbrella skip, we should probably mention that.
Oh god, he's gonna bite.
So it saves about 8 seconds when you get to the computer. Once you select yes to turn it on, you just hold action, and it will skip 8 seconds of the computer booting up. There's an umbrella animated startup screen, skips all of that. So that's what Level's talking about when he's talking about umbrella skip.
I usually just spam F8.
Yeah, you can mash holdings just 100%.
I was just kidding. I was making a nerd joke.
Oh, okay. So I lack a sense of humor, so right over my head.
You laughed at my umbrella joke. I appreciate it.
That was funny.
You may or may not have a not the commentator donation coming through.
Okay. Alright, we have all day for donations.
Yeah, this is about 4 minutes of cutscene before we get to the fight.
You heard that, guys? 4 minutes of cutscene. That means we have 4 minutes to donate. We have a couple right now. We have a $20 donation from Desert Eagle 417. Says donating to make Witch do the Jill sandwich.
Oh,
cutscene.
you would!
Yes, please. DB Gaming with another $20 says only 100 away now. Let's do it, guys. We all want that Jill sandwich.
Oh,
I think you should stay
man.
away from
Another $10
I hear that
donation
his wife
from
and 2
Chad
daughters will be in
Thorson
danger
says,
if he
thank
doesn't
you
do
to the
everything I
organizers
tell
and
him
runners for coming together to make something incredible for such a great
Well, you
cause.
don't have to
I'm
worry
happy
about
to see
anything,
the Resident Evil
because
community
you'll
come
be
together
free
to
from
do this
this horrible
fast.
victim.
Aww. Thank you.
Looking forward to all the runs and cheering
That's
on.
Umbrella's intention. This laboratory has been engaging in dangerous
Very nice.
experiments. Recently, an accident has occurred. Anyway, this disaster cannot be made
It's so nice to have these
That's why
donations with
stars
not
not
just
about.
messages
So
cheering on the runners and like
So
about
you're
the
a
runs
slave
and
of
things like
Umbrella
that.
now,
Mhm.
You
along
know,
with these
this
virus
cause
monsters.
and like everything going
I
on in
think
the
you
world is so much
misunderstand me,
deeper
Jill.
than
To
video
me, the
games.
monsters you
It's just
mentioned
nice that we
mean
have the
nothing.
opportunity to
I'm
use
going to
that as
burn
like a
all of them
vessel
together
to like,
with this entire
you know,
laboratory.
to fuel
I must
righteousness, I
complete
should
my
say.
mission
Yeah, well
as
said,
ordered
well
by
said.
Umbrella.
So
Barry,
those of you
go
who
up on the
take the
ground and
time
wait there.
to make messages
Barry!
and show that you care and appreciate what we're doing here,
Barry's
not
such a
just from like a
He'll be
gaming
under the
aspect,
control of
but
Umbrella
just
for now.
as a,
How come both Umbrella
you know, from
and
a
you
societal
intimidate
standpoint,
him by
it's
taking
really
his
nice to
family
see, and it
hostages?
like warms my heart
Umbrella?
to read it out
Well,
loud.
I intimidated
So thank you
him,
guys.
but it
Yeah,
had nothing
yeah,
to do
for
with
sure. Thanks,
Umbrella.
guys.
I just used him for my personal purposes. Though both you and Barry seem to think I was following orders from Umbrella.
So, this tyrant fight, I'm gonna try to get him stuck up on the key. You can't do this strat in Best Ending because there's no key.
You were in charge.
But basically, I have to get Tyrant stuck, and this strat is all about the setup. If I mess up the setup, it's like a pain. You have to like go back around and
So, you're going to steal
it's just,
all
it's a
the
mess
research?
if you don't get it like the
Better
first time.
yet, I'm going to
So
show
hopefully I
you.
do. Hopefully I do. I see Clicks is getting out his debit card. This is Tyrant, the ultimate bioweapon.
Yeah.
Tyrant virus is a super virus.
Tyrant
Which creates
also
a monster
appreciates
with
you guys. You see
much
how heavy his heart's beating? That's because of all the love you guys have filled them with these donations.
Exactly.
They say there's a secret cutscene when you hit 1,000 donation, $1,000, sorry, where his heart just explodes and it skips to the end of the game. It's crazy. Funnily enough, we're only $50 away from hitting that, thanks to our 2 donations. One from Shido, $10, says $5 for the Jill sandwich and $5 for Clicks Love.
Aww.
Another $5 donations from Atomic L, says one $5 footlong, please. And lastly, before you get to the boss fight, a $5 donation from Clicks Gaming, saying freedom.
Aw, very nice. Thanks, guys. I tried to let the cutscene play. The one you can actually skip, I let it play just to
Don't come this way.
drag out the run.
Gotta say, once this is all said and done, if we actually make this, it might go down in history as the most expensive sandwich ever purchased.
Yeah.
It does.
I think it already is. I've never heard of that. $950
Oh my goodness.
sandwich.
1K hype?
Oh my god, did we make it?
5 with a $50 donation saying, I love you guys.
Oh, dude.
We love you too.
Hell yeah, thank you.
Thank you. $1K.
I wish I had a clap soundboard.
Oh, the fake audience. That'd be great.
Fake audience to rep my real audience.
Get that,
Our real audience, I should say.
get that laugh track going.
Okay, so that was successful. I thought I was a little bit shaky in the beginning, but it worked out. It was good.
Yeah, you stuck him the whole time, right?
Yep. Yeah, he didn't break free. Sometimes he will do that if you're not in the right position, but it was all good.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's a combination of positioning and what point of his animation you begin the attack.
Yeah.
Because that's what rhythm it's going to hold. And he can't break loose. We're still not exactly sure if it's more positioning or when the attack. How we don't know the details. We believe it's between those two things, not just positioning. I do believe it has something to do
Wesker's dead.
with when you start the attack.
Yeah.
Because once you do that, you're on a constant hit-by-hit rhythm, so where you start that rhythm, I believe, doesn't matter.
Yeah, I think so too. Poor Barry killed by a ladder. Yep.
This photo to my family. Will you
Sure.
forgive me?
And since this is bad ending, there's no roof tyrant. We just go and use the flare. Well, first we listen to Brad, and then we go.
Yeah, unfortunately, WitchRain is using a custom skin for Jill, which is purple, and it has her stream avatar logo on it.
Yeah, it's awesome. It was made by I Am
So Run is
Pasta.
disqualified. Just throwing that out there. She'll also be demodded and banned
Yeah.
from the leaderboards after this.
Yep.
For
So
not
apparently I step away for like 5 minutes and then we break 1K.
Yep.
That's because you got
pretty
some
amazing.
good runners, you got a great audience.
We got a great community overall. Y'all are amazing. Thank you
Yeah.
so much, everyone.
You guys are awesome.
Wow, that's a great start. Honestly. Whew. What a run.
We aim to please.
Also, I just want to personally thank Sweet65 for the $50 donation. She's my partner. I love you, babe.
Aww.
Aww.
That's GG.
When should I go to the sandwich room? Just my
As soon as
earliest
possible.
save? Okay.
Straight there, yeah.
Alright.
You can room jump if you have debug mode enabled.
By the way, fun fact, I was having a club sandwich while watching it run.
Nice.
Seems
He's like, I'm gonna get that sandwich one way or another.
Exactly.
Thanks for the GGs, guys.
Yo, mad props. We still have a little bit more of...
When's time?
Time, right now.
No, that's...
Okay.
As soon as it fades.
Let's go. Round of applause for WitchRain. Thank you so much, Clicks, for the amazing commentary. It was a pleasure having both of you. There's still a little bit more though, because you guys met that $1,000 challenge. So far, every challenge has been met. I
That
feel
is
sorry
right.
for the next host posting challenges. I'm just gonna be watching from the chat. I'm joking. I'm joking.
You set
But,
the bar, man. You set the bar. That's for sure.
But yeah, she will be going back into the run and giving you guys that sweet, sweet Joe sandwich cutscene that you asked for.
Oh, I just saved them, right? That's okay, I have another save.
If debug's enabled, let's just room jump
Okay.
super fast.
Okay.
But yeah, you'll have to start from a save before that event.
Let's start.
Transition's fine.
Okay, so room jump. How do I do that?
Okay, go bring that menu back up. And then left and right, I believe, should. Yeah, just find that twisty hall. L passage?
That
Somewhere in there. Trap passage will work, yeah.
That's it. Okay.
There you are.
Ready? Ready? Are we ready for the sandwich?
Let's go.
You need a
Subway.
sandwich countdown.
So Jill walked.
3, 2, 1, sandwich.
Let's go to the panini press room.
Do I just need to? Do
So
I
this
need
is
to
a
grab the
strange
shotgun, or-
looking subway. Very home-like design to it. Put a
even-
couch
So that
in
room is
there.
that room is basically a George Foreman grill.
Yes. All right, here we go. Hype music.
Let's go. Sandwich, sandwich, sandwich.
Let me turn my sound on for this.
Now, if Barry doesn't come, I'm gonna laugh. That's gonna be hilarious.
He should come.
He should.
He should. He should.
But sometimes room jumps are weird.
Hey,
Okay,
what's
cool.
going on?
Jill,
How low does it have to go?
what
Oh,
happened?
Barry?
Low as you can.
Please. The door won't open.
Stay away from the door, Jill.
There's no limit to how low Barry will go.
True.
Hurry!
Barry.
Quick!
Oh, Barry!
I love it. She says like, quack.
That was too close. You were almost a Jill sandwich.
You're right. Barry, thanks for saving my life.
Okay, I just died a little bit inside.
But Barry, didn't you say you're going back to the dining room to do some research? Why on
that was
earth are you
great.
here?
Worth it, dude. Worth it.
Yo,
I just had something I wanted to
like
check.
the donation
Now,
reads
let's get back
10
to
out of
searching
10
for the
run
lost captain
from
and Chris, shall we?
WitchRain. Thank you so much. It was amazing, and once again, thank
Thank
you so
you,
much,
Barry.
Clicks, for joining.
Thank you for having me.
Is
It's
there-
been a pleasure, guys.
Thank
no
you. Thank
problem.
you so much.
Is there anything you guys would like to say?
Just thanks everybody for the donations, the support, all the people hanging out in chat. Just all the overwhelming support has been really great. Thank you.
Yeah, the 1K Met goal just goes to show how amazing you all are and how amazing this community is.
Also, thank you, Clicks, for commentating.
Thank you for having me. It's been a pleasure, and good luck to the next runner.
Yeah, good luck.
and thank you to each and every single one of you for joining us in this little adventure here. And this is our first online marathon, so we were kind of nervous, but honestly, y'all made it. You're already making it all worth it. So I don't have words. Thank you so much for doing this.
Yeah, you're doing great.
Thank you. And,
Yeah,
yes.
the turnout's been immense, and coming from someone who's been a part of a few of the events in person at the DreamHack events, it's nice to see you guys, take things into your own hands and do something like this. I know that with a little bit more control over things, you guys will do what it takes to, make this thing go as far as it can. And once again, shout out to Clicks Gaming and WitchRain. If we can get some links in the chat for these guys, that would be really appreciated from the mods. It's been a pleasure sharing this space with 2 Resident Evil 1 legends. I was sharing this space with another legend. I didn't even know it because I'm uneducated. That's my fault. Shout out to Shido. And yeah, we have another run coming up shortly. But before that, we have a $10 donation from Kat. It says, great people working towards a great cause. Let's make this world a little better.
Cat.
Heart emoji.
Thank you, Cat.
Thanks,
That's
Kat.
awesome.
Kat's going to be closing the show, by the way. With the before last run with Resident Evil 7.
Very nice.
Hey, Kat. Long time no see.
All right, so we're gonna go to a quick break, and we'll be coming right back with Resident Evil 2 Smash Fiend, and it's gonna be the Leon A campaign. So stay tuned, and we'll be right back.
All right, good luck, Smash Fiend.